Well, howdy, 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 howdy. Well, today I'm off. It's Wednesday. Got my little, I don't know if y'all noticed, but let's show you what I traded my Toyota Camry for, and I'm saving $300 a month. Look at that thing. Little SUV, still got the 92 S10 out yonder. But between insurance and car payments, 2022 Chevy Equinox, 1.5 turbo motor. I keep my tabs on my cars. I like a well-maintained car and house and whatever else you can get. You know, you maintain your life. You don't leave it up to fate. That's stupid. So, look at this. Hamburger, onions, garlic, bay leaves. See that bay leaf right there? Look at there. Right there. That's what gives you the flavor you want. Now, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, all the kinfolk, way back, we didn't have no money. Everybody put in a bit. We get that. Get hamburger, we got onion, bay leaves, a little salt, a lot of garlic, and then we're going to boil up some elbow noodles. Now, I get my meat, onions, and stuff cooked up. I'll turn this fire down to really low. I'm waiting on them little elbow macaronis to cook. And yeah, it's about time to cut that down. See, we're about 6. I'm going to cut about 3, maybe 2. Close to low. We want this tomato sauce to sit in there on top of that cooked hamburger meat, onions, bay leaves, garlic, and just simmer. We want all those flavors to mingle. Once our elbow macaroni is done, I'm going to drain all the water off. I got a sieve over here. Some people call it sieve. I'm quite sure it's known by other names. Drafty Wells. And there it is. There it is right there. That's it. Basically just something to drain all the water off your pasta. So set that down in the sink. Get ready. So then we combine everything. Now, when I'm not being lazy, which I am today, I've already mowed half the yard. I've washed and waxed my brand new car. 60 hours a week, babies. Let me tell you a little something. Is you gonna shit or you gonna get off the pot? And what that means is you're willing to take care of your life yourself without kissing everybody else's ass. Now, I don't mean that you don't give a full day's value for the work and the pay you get. Absolutely, you go the extra mile. So there we go, tomato sauce in our meat, bay leaf, onion, garlic mixture. Oh boy, look at me. Got a little wild there, didn't I? So it's cooled off a bit. And you're going to simmer this like you would, let's say if you're making a good Italian meal, some spaghetti. That's a lot of mozzarella. Yeah, I'm being ridiculous. Kiss my butt. So we're going to let this sit here and simmer. We're going to let all those flavors blend together. In the meantime, waiting on the elbow macaroni to boil. Once it boils, we stir it really good. I put salt in there to keep it from sticking. Guess what I've been doing today? A couple of things. Well, you can't see it because there ain't no light on. There you go. Cores, as they call it up in Colorado. I washed the car. I mowed the yard. I got all my tools and the extra things that were out on my carport all cleaned up and stored. Guys from the gas company are here today to fix the gas pipes under the house. Gas company came and said, "You got a huge leak." And I said, "Okay. I don't know where that leak is coming from. I don't know nothing about this house. It's a rental house." Blue tape is on there so I can paint right here all the way around the windows. I had to put paint remover on these windows because the idiot that painted last just painted glass, wood, everything. Here's that nice little beautiful car. There's that old 33. It'll be 33 years old this year. 92 S10, 4-cylinder, 5-speed. Loud as hell. Won't go down the highway but about 50, 55, but you know what? I'm enjoying it. It's my old fishing truck. So you can see I cleaned the carport off. I got my weightlifting out there. I got a stack of pecan wood to go in my barbecue pit. Little barbecue pit I'm going to give my older sister. If you're wondering what all this grid is on my picture, that's the screen in the back screen door. Yeah. Old Green built a pallet storage place to store all my extra tools and stuff like that, and it does okay. It's not perfect, but it does okay. Neighbor's car looks like a early 80s Trans Am. So, living good. I'm not fretting about life. Life is what life is, and you just live it. And you move on down the road. You don't stress yourself about stupid stuff. All my friends used to go to church quite a bit. But when my preacher, that's them working on the gas pipes underneath the house. Trying to figure out what's leaking and to cut it off and cap it. It's got a gas-fired electric heater, that furnace that runs the whole house, and it has a gas water heater. But other than that, it doesn't really. Damn, can somebody come and wash all my kids' dishes for me? Now, I was a fool, an old fool, but a good fool. At 42 years old, I had my first daughter. And her way, she's sweet, but she's kind of hyper. Anything don't go the way she thinks it ought to, she gets really stressed out and starts acting like a damn fool. And everybody else catches hell for her mistakes. But told her, I said, "Look, you in bed? No. Elbow macaroni is boiling, so let's get it all stirred up and make sure it stays free and broken apart." So what's going to happen is, when these noodles get good and done, they're looking good too. When they get good and done, we're going to take them, put them in that sieve I got sitting in the kitchen sink, run a little cold water so we don't unglue the pipes, because it's all plastic pipes under the sink. And we're going to drain that off, and then we're going to take all that sauce that's been going to be cooking by about probably 30 minutes by then. And this is the kitchen, by the way. Somebody decided it should be painted a really weird green and kind of a browny beige with a maroon tile countertop. This house is about 1930s vintage. It's had several different systems to heat the house in the winter, and none of them are working at this point. Leaking like a sieve, boys, leaking like a sieve. Anyway, yeah, they're cutting the pipe off and capping it. Thank you very much. I get done cooking. These boys get done working, we'll offer them a good meal. Something good and hearty, save them a couple of bucks having to go to some convenience store and buy some crap food. Oh yeah, that's steaming up good. Look at that steam coming off that bad boy. Whoo, doggy. Let's adjust that to where it won't burn my noodles. How about that? There you go. Nice little dollar store pot I got here. Teflon in and out. Oh yeah, them look good. Takes about 10-15 minutes once you get the first boil to make sure your noodles are going to cook. The fire's a bit high. Whew. That was stupid. I'm trying to grab the glass and metal instead of the plastic handle. We're going to turn that about halfway down. We don't want it to burn. We don't want it to scorch. And it will. And now we're going to mix up our tomato sauce and spices and such. And make sure this is good. Like I said, you want to simmer this. You can simmer that a good 20-30 minutes minimum. You're going to get all the flavors of the vegetables and spices you got in there. Whew. I got sweat going on, girls, boys. So we're cooking. So this, like I said, in the local vernacular and culture we got here in the central part of East Texas, close. We're I'd say 10 minutes away from the Trinity River, an hour away from the Brazos, and it all mixes together. East and Central Texas. Nice little fridge. Got that sucker for like $2.50 over at Walmart, and it's more than big enough for what we need. It's about half size refrigerator. Nice little freezer on top, a little fridge on the bottom. I don't keep a lot of food over more than a week. Want to make sure everything I eat's as fresh as it can be. Let the foam get off the noodles. Turn that down just a little more, boys and girls. Oh yeah, tomato sauce and stuff is just sitting there simmering and bubbling. Ooh, doggy, I can smell it too. Done died and went to heaven. So anyway, what a lot of people don't realize about me is, yeah, I was born down in Bryan, Texas. That's in Brazos County. Same place where, well, the University of Texas A&M is down in College Station, and you can spit from one to the other. They're right there butted up against each other. It used to be College Station was tiny. Bryan was pretty good size. All the workers lived in Bryan. All the college kids lived in College Station. That way we keep the heathens separated from the normal folks. Lived in Navasota, Texas, Brenham, Texas, Centerville, Texas, Buffalo, Texas, Fairfield, Texas. When I got older and got married and started having kids, and I mean really older, I got married at 30. Got married the first time, and I married a party girl, and what do you expect happened? I mean, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. It was good as long as it was good, but when she decided she wanted to go back to partying, that's what she did, and I let her go. Found a little old Filipino gal and got married and had, I was 42 years old, had the first kid, and 50 when I had the second. She's beyond that white door, and that's my bedroom. And there's another door that connects to my bedroom, and that's her bedroom. She's 14. In November, she'll be 15. I'm encouraging her to do her best to be successful, to get an education. Same thing I'm doing with the older one. She's 23. She'll be, and she just turned 23. Yeah. Got her boyfriend, went and got her car. Her grandmother and her boyfriend both helped her. They used my Equinox out there, y'all just saw earlier, to go down. It's 3 hours down to where they got that thing, and it's down there by the Gulf Coast. between Galveston and Houston. A little community called Seabrook. Now, if you knew anything about that area, you'd realize that's pretty close to NASA down there in Houston. Remember Apollo 13? Houston, we have a problem. Yeah, that one. And anyway, she come driving up in the driveway last night like a maniac in my car. Hadn't slept all night, half the day. Only got a couple hours sleep while she was riding down. Her poor old boyfriend had to drive her, and he looked dog-ass tired himself. That noodle's about done, boys and girls. And nice and soft looking. Big and fat and fluffy. Look at them. Look at there. Look how flat and puffy them things look. That's what you're looking for. Ooh. Again. Dumbass trying to put his hand on something hot. Let's get these doilies, call them doilies or oven mitts, or grab something hot with a piece of cloth instead of your hand, like a dumbass. She crocheted these things. She made me about 10 or 12 of them. They're pretty damn good. I mean, they're not made out of asbestos, so you can't sit there and hold them all damn day long, but you can grab something hot, mix it all together, and you're done. So, I think we're going to cut that fire off. Let them elbow macaronis cool off a bit. Then we're going to run them through the sieves. Get them through the sieve, get them drained off. You don't want to rinse them, just let all the water get out of them. Put them back in the pot you cooked them in, because it'll be cooled off by then. That's why I cut the stove off now. Put them back in a big old pot, and you take this nice little spoon here. Dollar Tree. $1.25. Why they call it Dollar Tree when it's a $1.25 tree, I don't know. So, we're going to empty these out. Let them drip dry, let them cool off, let the pot cool off, and then move it to the front burner. Thank you very much, but it hadn't been activated. And we're going to let that cool off. Ooh-wee! Hot as fire, baby. We'll drain all that water off them elbow macaronis. We'll let them sit in that sink and that sieve for just a hair. Let it cool down. That's why I moved it to the front burner. Once we got them drained, all the water's off there. They're cooled off a bit. We're going to take that sauce. Let me cut that off now also. Thank you very much. And we're going to dump that sauce onto the noodles with no water. Then I got some garlic bread in my freezer here. See it? It's right there in the package. It's like 3 or 4 pieces. We're going to take that garlic sauce, bread, and we're going to put that in the microwave. Let it get hot and soft. And we're going to use those bowls right there. We're going to feed the people that are here helping us work on our place. Like I said, it's a rental house. Some Filipinos I know, and they may be a hell of a deal. I'm getting this house for about half of what is normal in my area. And what they do is, the lady's dad is 92. He moved back to the Philippines. And they use this to support him. The rent off this place to support him. But they want to keep the house in as good a shape as possible. After Dad dies, they hadn't decided yet. We'll let that happen. Naturally. They're either going to move back in the house over here. They got a nice, beautiful brick house in a nice subdivision here in the town I live in. They both work at the local hospital. They're doing good. Kids are dang near raised and out of the house and doing their thing. It's just hoping the best, and we're going to finish cooking here. It's good talking to you today. Good showing you around. I've cleaned up and put stuff in storage where it's gonna be better off. And here in a couple of weeks, I gotta take the youngin' back to her mama. She's gonna start high school this year, and I'm taking off that day. I'm gonna take her to school that morning. First time since she's in the 2nd grade, I've got to do that. So a lot of years, 8, 9 years went by since that's happened. So it'd be nice for all our teachers and such to see me and know that who I am is who I am. The older one's moving there with her boyfriend here in a couple of weeks. Gonna start school August 25th, college that is. And man, we just hope both of them the very best, and hope that they'll be able to accomplish things in their life and get a life that they can appreciate and love. And it's going to be hard. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. I don't care who you are. And that's what we're just hoping they can move on in life and realize that things come and go. Don't stress about it too much. Don't get crazy. And enjoy this life, because it's stupid short. You won't realize until you're about 65, 70 how stupid short life is. And you done all this stupid crap thinking you were doing something. When everybody's dead that knew you, you're dead too forever. Unless you invent a will, of course. Anyway, we're going to talk to y'all later, and we're about to finish this food off, and we're going to eat. See y'all later. Enjoy life.